Okay, so what is up, everybody? Spray and Pray 1000 here today, and in a fashionably late playthrough, I'm going to play through Deus Ex Mankind Divided. A long time ago, back in 2012, I actually really liked Deus Ex Human Revolution when I got around to playing it. I think it was either the end of that year or the beginning of the next, so I was super excited for this game. However, the playthrough didn't happen because a lot of stuff happened in the last year or so. What better way to ring in 2018 than with some good old leftovers? And also the future knowledge that this franchise got put on hiatus, possibly for an indeterminately long period of time. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I like Deus Ex. And Human Revolution is one of my favorite games, so why not, man? I'm interested. Let's, what the hell? Okay, thank you. It was delayed there for a second. If I, okay, yeah, please, turn. I do not like aim assist at all. Auto sort, maybe. I know Resident Evil 4 could have used that a long time ago. What I want to see is subtitles on, thank you. And thank you. This is one of those old PlayStation 4 games in the sense that it does all that. Let me make sure they stuck really quickly. Yeah, okay. They had the speaker talk to you. I don't know very many PlayStation games that do this anymore. So, I never asked for this difficulty. If you die, you have to restart the game from the beginning. Yeah, no. No thank you. You enjoy playing games as they were designed to be played even if there's a learning curve. What's the difference? Oh, okay, I see. Triangle. L3 was crouch. L2 was enter cover. Oh, I see. This is more modern day controls, kind of. This is actual legitimate controls. I don't know. What's the Ripper? Oh, it's for speed runs. Okay. I think I'll stick. I'm gonna stick with Human Revolution. Yeah, why mess with a good thing? Human Revolution was fine.
Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree.
Narrated by Jensen.
They had enough money. A new breed of people was emerging.
Taeyong.
Half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I'd just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, a cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself handpicked me for the job. Said he needed me to keep his people safe.
He completely lied.
My ex, Megan,
what a horrible fate.
Brilliant neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed.
He gets clocked in the face.
A team of Black Op mercenaries stormed
yeah,
the
it's the worst.
Massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team.
He gets all fucked up from it.
To stop them. Their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her.
They brought me back as RoboCop.
Saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. Took me half a year to get a feel for her. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time by a radical group of pro-human purists.
They give real life shit.
Militant.
That's great.
Fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claim to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs
this is one of the negotiations you had to do.
Machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it. And when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its classified specs.
I like how they're using the actual graphics from the Human Revolution.
The AUG killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, so with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif set up cybersecurity. I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit. The Black Op mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. Wasn't so easy for them this time.
Yeah, I think that was an instance mission.
Took out the tank named Barrett.
Yeah, I remember this now.
A new lead. A penthouse apartment in China. Of course.
The hardest fight in the game, in my opinion.
Hengsha Island, China. Home to a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it. Trying to find clues in
Midgar-looking location.
Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik, Sarif Industries' ace pilot, had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to
This game was so good, man.
Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen.
Yeah, Van Bruggen, the coolest guy ever.
The AUG in Sarif's factory.
Super
Van
smooth.
Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did.
And you did.
Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry, and had hired Black Op mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Sarif Industries was at the top.
And then he falls for her nice girl act, and she completely screws him over.
I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful.
Yeah, she plays nice girl, and then completely screws him over.
Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me
You
to
idiot, Jensen.
I figured Zhao was lying.
I actually snuck out of here on the director's cut.
David Sarif.
They never saw me.
People. So worried.
I remember that.
He'd required all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao sent a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, and turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted.
This was another instanced mission. See, Deus Ex is pseudo-open world, a bit. This is like the halfway point of the story as well.
Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad.
But it made sense.
But when I confronted Kassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit's satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up, looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The mercs were led by an augmented killer I'd crossed paths with twice before. Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind.
Yeah, this is a cool fight. It's hard. All the fights were hard in this game.
Again. With Fedorova down and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News
Subtitle error.
wasn't a
That's a
lady
nitpick.
at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Liza told me the Mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval.
Oh yeah, the suicidal guy.
Implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down.
I thought this was a side mission.
She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal
this is
and
Detroit like 2.0.
reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities, and the UN was being urged to intervene. Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor turned philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to help stop a possible regulatory vote. Sarif had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same time catapulted Sarif Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this, and didn't want people evolving unless they controlled how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati, and urged me to keep searching.
He takes a drink. This is ridiculous.
Determined to do so, I tracked down Sandoval via America's most outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and founder of Humanity Front. Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely switched them to a different frequency.
Yep, there you go,
Pritchard
back to
was
Hengsha.
one of the signals to China. Malik and I immediately took off in pursuit.
This is where you can either save her or she dies.
The Illuminati were one step ahead.
And I save her. It's hard though, because you have to kill or disable everyone that comes after her. I wonder what the canon choice is.
Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates.
Maybe they won't even
seconds
say.
after entering
She might not
Hengsha's
even
airspace.
reappear.
Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha.
I really hope the canon is that she's alive, because she was a cool
To
character.
the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left at their door, meaning at least one of Sarif's scientists was dead. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Tong pointed me to a port used for human trafficking and helped us.
Okay, this was the DLC. This wasn't in the base game.
He was sailing to Rifleman Bank Station, a military
Which
base
is a little
in the South
scummy
China
now that I
Sea.
think back, but you know what?
Bell
The
Tower
game was
told
pretty
me to kidnap
complete
civilians
on
as
launch.
prisoners there, and using them to perfect the Hyron project, a human-computer interface that left most of its test subjects dead. My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch.
Look at this. This is so cool.
3 of Sarif's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists,
Oh, this stuff,
I
yeah.
tracked Megan
The bodies
to a private
exhibit.
section of the ranch. There,
He's flexing.
the walking tank who'd put a bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao. and was
Yo,
able
you know
to
he took
God.
major pleasure in that
The
one.
ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who Sarif had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips.
Yeah, and you could have taken the biochip or you could have refused to take it.
All over the world,
and it would have fucked you up for that boss fight.
Darrow
Yeah.
had betrayed everyone, and it was up to me to set things right. To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented workforce, I saw death and destruction firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? time to give us the answers.
Yeah. That's the final fight, and then there were 4 different endings depending on what you had done in Panchaea. That was a pretty sick recap, all things considered. There were 4 different endings, 3 of which left Adam's fate unclear, one of which basically implies that he dies, although obviously I guess they're leaving it open-ended for all the endings.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
Hogs, motherfucker!
Yet another augmented terror attack. 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew.
Okay, double tap. I guess there's a lot of terrorist groups now that just become hogged.
Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are you?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen, am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good, because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you. Listen up, all of you. We got a sandstorm barreling down our ass, and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Iran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get in tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle a buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going inside.
Oh, you get the suicidal route.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Okay, so probably going to give you a choice of weapons. Got a UC in there, might be easy. I'm not the only one still breathing. I'm not leaving my 6 exposed. I'm going to go non-lethal.
Got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Yeah, but if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife after you get out of the hospital.
We have the typical anti-AUG.
What about range?
Hates everything.
There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
See, the worst part is why not just give me both?
Never was one to play the odds. Give me something I can use up close.
You got it.
Why not give me both?
Jensen. Singh said the Jinn are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device.
I'm
to
sure you can
boost
get everything.
communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
We'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do this.
I like this guy. I hope we get to work with all these people. Yeah, Dubai 2029.
This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
Yeah, maybe Malik is dead or they're just not bringing her back. Because she can survive. I think she's like repairing the ship and then she flies away. If you save her. But that's the last you see of her in that game. She really is a side character, but even the side characters are pretty decent. Alright, see you assholes later. Okay, so maybe you start with a lot of the powers you had in Human Revolution. Okay.
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on the roof.
Solid copy. Move into the building. The
Handsaw.
access route you need to block is at the far end of the penthouses. And keep in mind, the direct route might not be the easiest one.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
Okay, yep. And look, I can see you make a lot of noise in this game when you move. I see you have the noise cancel and a battery meter. So let's save. There you go. Give me a challenge. Okay, you have outfits. Put on the trench coat, the Matrix style trench coat, but I think I'll keep the modern armor. Okay. And L2 is covered, yes. L1 is sprint. That's crouch. That's jump. You get a super jump. Is there there we go. What was the Typhoon? I think it's a 360 degree. Yeah. By default, the projectiles are lethal. Non-lethal rounds without the need to change ammo types. Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I never remember using the Typhoon. So what do you start with in this game? Social enhancer. You get a bunch of hacking. No activation required. It's automatic. You get hacking fortify, which allows you to fortify. I never remember doing that. The stealth is very important. Info link is this is all like mandatory story stuff. Oh, you can tag people now. 10 targets, 25, and up to 40 targets. You don't even need to upgrade at all. I don't remember being able to do that, so possibly. The stealth avatar, which is just for like Batman type stuff. Oh, you regenerate health. Okay. Are you gonna lose most of these? I get the feeling like we're gonna lose a fair chunk of this. Either that or Praxis is gonna be very valuable, or there's gonna be more stuff later. It's useful items. Okay. This is a stun gun? Yeah, this looks very different. Okay, when you crouch, you move very, very quietly. Oh, okay, hold square lets you toggle weapon choices. What's weapon management? I have to hold it. Hold square up in the weapon management view. Yeah, here we go. So this is, it's like on the fly type stuff. And I guess that means that some of the different things you could do to weapons are not permanent. Okay. That's definitely new. I keep holding it. Okay, so now you can like manipulate stuff when you pick it up. I wonder if there's going to be a basketball to throw through a hoop.
Oh, fuck.
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. Gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes. Just remember, red means bad.
Fuck you.
So dope. Holster weapon, gas grenade, and smoke grenade. You can use a biocell and a... Okay, so they kind of simplified it way more. And there's going to be way more augmentations. To equip Smart Vision, select it with L. Press down to assign. Glass shield cloaking. The Typhoon, so you start with it. I guess it's a permanent upgrade. And the leg silencers let you move and run. Okay. Put that down there. I see. So, for instance, this wall is weak. And your battery recharges? I think I saw it do a little pulse. Might have been one of the things people didn't really like too much about the last one. Ooh, okay, that's not good. That would be pretty bad. So I guess what they're saying there is that if I can lure these dudes, then I will be able to, basically fake them out. Save? I wonder if you have, Oh, okay. I actually need that then. Auto mantle. Ooh, falling makes a lot of noise. I'm gonna forever fuck that up. Okay, because I don't know the passcode, I have to hack it. Use L to move to the node ahead. Capture detection is at 90%. This is the system, right? Yeah, and this is the registry, which is what you need to capture. Okay. Basically, it looks different, but it's the same system for the most part. Can I, like, fortify anything? Yes. Because that's one way I can't capture that.
Access granted.
Okay. So it just looks different. It's basically the same system as before. Okay, tutorial mode. Follow the green holograms to receive tutorial instructions. Experiment without any consequences. Yeah, I need a refresher, to be fair. This is cover. Okay, they have auto move, like it's a Splinter Cell game. Okay, that was in the last game too. If you hold, you move like this. Fall over. Oops. Oops, I went the wrong way, but I took out the guy. Where was it? Oh, oops, that was a mistake. You can run just into the open? Oh. Okay. Just exit. That's pretty cool, actually. Some of the stuff there is completely new to this game. How do you tag someone? I think you need to look at them.
هذه الصفقة للأبد.
Okay, yeah, they have a modern day style detection.
هذه المنطقة.
Okay, you have to look at them. Okay, it has a very short range.
راح يكون من الأفضل.
He's done. So they stay knocked out forever, right? I think so. Pistol regular ammo, because he dropped his 10mm. Beer. Looks like by default the map will show you all the enemies in an area. And I knew it would be better to take the non-lethal because, look, every single person here has lethal because they're terrorists. Okay. Is there any other way to do stuff? I can use this. Okay. It looks like the roundabout way is the correct way.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I can't. Oh, we're already done.
Access granted.
Okay. Sure there's no mines or anything.
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big, and it's gonna hit us hard.
God, I hate the fucking desert. Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Oops.
Solid copy.
Looks like that might pause time because it stopped the cutscene. Oh look, see? Ho-ho! I keep holding. That's my bad. This doesn't take a battery anymore? No, it does. Okay. Icarus landing triggers automatically, so you don't have to unlock that, thank the Lord. I wonder if there's any reason to go this way. He's saving is quick. I remember falling to my death a lot in Human Revolution. It wasn't fun. Moving silently, cloaking, and distractions. Okay. How am I getting out of here? So the leg silencer just makes it so you make no noise while moving. Glass shield cloaking. Oh, it's cloak. This is how you mark people. You have to actually look at them.
دايما بيكون في حاجه تنكد علينا.
Okay. Well, that's the same thing. At that point, he's just mined. The only nice thing that it does is it lets you see the area above. Hopefully there's a range upgrade for this weapon, because it desperately needs it. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, he fell off. Yep, just need your ammo once you have the weapon. Where did his weapon go?
That was fast. Installed the signal booster already?
Combat possibilities, exceeding max health, grenades, and the Typhoon augmentation. Well, I have never used the Typhoon augmentation, so...
Installed the signal booster already?
It is... Oh, you can overstim your health. I see. Okay. Do I just walk out? I think I do.
There's someone here!
Just hold right. Yeah, it's a 360 like grenade type projectile that just murders everyone around you. Since I don't have any actual weapons, I have to do this. Don't have to unlock it either, that's good. Yeah, takedowns are exactly the same. It's tap to be non-lethal and hold to kill, right? Lethal takedowns are more noisy. They are not available if the minimum energy threshold is not full. Non-lethals are less noisy, but they can eventually be woken up by allies. So I don't know if that means they'll eventually wake up on their own, but... Oh, that's a grenade. Hold lets you choose. What else? That's it, okay. Where was I? Right. Adept of the Metaverse. I'm not gonna lie, I suck at the Deus Ex combat system. So stealth is the best way.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. You want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts. But I
fucking, this thing has no range. I don't think he saw. Shit, there's two of them. Okay, deck to the face and then a headbutt.
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster, if you can disable it.
Roger that.
Oh shit.
this everywhere.
It's a gas hazard. Just on the off chance that I do need to use combat. I don't think that this is loaded. There you go. This, you could use EMP, but I have none. So that's probably useful against, like, robots. And for this... type. Change it off of semi-auto. EMP, okay. No, I don't think they saw anything. Yeah, I don't think they saw anything at all. Now, one dude got curious. There are, I don't know how many there are. Can you mark them? Yes, you can mark them like this. Okay. What is that L? I think the L is... Oh, the L shows you cover that you're not looking at.
Something is happening here.
Yeah, I think they're just patrolling. Let's save. I have no clue if there's a quick save button or not. Just in case I mess this up. Yeah, it looks like this guy patrols over here.
What's taking so long?
Oh, got him. I love it. It's very satisfying when you do that. Grenades and mines. Hold triangle to open the quick inventory. Use L to select a mine or grenade. R is for quick, and then precise. Okay. Obviously mines stick as opposed to being consumed immediately. Okay, my battery is low. I don't know if it regenerates or how that works. Okay, there's a gas hazard in here. So, is it possible at all for me to be able to get through it? What is the screws for? Oh, you can make parts. Make Typhoon ammo, biocell, which is for electricity, and then a hacking tool. Some penthouses, okay. I'm actually curious as to where that is. That's the main mission, so that way they can't help their friends. So I guess I just gotta find it. This is the penthouse, though. It's possibly beyond this gas chamber. I think that's all the people around here, right? Yeah. Oh. I already have it. Oh, I see, though. You can only use it for so long. I see how it works. It's not infinite. You can only use it for a temporary amount of time. But now that I've broken that, I can fall back in there. Okay. So anyway, enough fooling around, which is really all I'm doing. Newspaper, Tehran welcomes UN representative. Oh, Eliza Kassan. Still hard at work. Never miss a beat. I really wonder what it is I'm looking for out there. Leads to these guys. Yeah, no, there's 3 of them. There's at least 4 of them. So I actually almost want to sneak through this place. This was not a better reposition.
أكيد في حاجة.
Nice and quiet.
أوف مفيش حاجة.
There was nothing. Oh. I'm waiting for him to go away. I could probably take him out. It seems like he patrols a very, very set environment. Okay, this doesn't lead anywhere.
في حاجة.
The game always gives you 1 battery to do stuff with, at the minimum.
Listen up, everyone. Chang's hacked into the Jin's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Sing any second.
خليل، الراجل اللي هيبيع لنا الحاجات جاي كمان شوية. روح قول لبقية الناس إن أنا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy. Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
I get him. Oh, you have a double takedown by default. Okay. Well, apparently I didn't get him, so that worked out in my favor. I just square take all. This must be the signal booster.
Miller.
Nice.
I disabled the Jin's comms booster. Should make it harder for them to listen in on the deal.
Good work. With luck, Singh's cover will still be intact when this is over.
Roger that. Moving on to primary target now.
Okay, so if you're up here, you can completely avoid most of this.
Feels like someone is watching.
Oh, don't be so paranoid. I actually don't know how I'll be able to do this. Yep, he will see. Okay, so this is not like a lot of other games where the AI is kind of dumb and you can kind of skirt around it. Oops. No. Usually it's hold to move. Okay. Yeah, even that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe if I throw something, they'll get slightly alerted. Because that other dude is just out of my range. Hey, buddy. Doink. Oh. He's an idiot. Whoop. Only get their bodies out of sight. I doubt it'll matter.
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helo is inbound and this sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Affirmative. Booster's fried.
So maybe the Tin Man does have a heart after all. Way to look out for your team. Creedy out.
Yeah, see, that's gonna influence how he feels about Jensen. Minor stuff like that. Oh, so maybe that other guy did get stunned. It just makes him a part of the takedown animation anyway. Okay. There's no real fast way to do this. Yeah, no attempts will be lost as no trace was triggered, yes. Let's look around. I'm surprised I haven't found any keypads to open a lot of this stuff. Oh, I can't get up super high. Oh, here we go. And I slightly fell down, but there's nothing up here. I keep forgetting that the weapons drop separately. Okay. Yeah. I have found no keypads. Alright, I'll just hack it.
Anomaly detected.
Yep.
Trace program initiated.
It might be a real low chance, but you sure as fuck do get busted, and I'll say that. Yeah, we're good. Let's see. It's fine.
Access granted.
Okay. Alright, let's save, because anything could happen on the other side of this door. Like I said, cutscene. Oh. Well, you're fucked.
This is Jensen. Penthouse access route secure. Jin shouldn't be a problem. Over.
Copy that.
About fucking time. Enemy helo sighted. All right, strike force. Position and hold.
Strike 1, in position.
Strike 2, all set. Strike 3, yeah.
Strike 4, in position and holding, boss. Eyes up, safety's off, guys.
Yeah, no shit, brown nose.
Watch your fucking mouth, Holiday.
Both of you shut up. 5 in position.
Look how cool they look.
Everybody stay sharp. Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now.
Yeah, we got the good shit.
Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
You got balls, Singh? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on our ass?
I cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
The Ogs. They're getting harder to come by. Guns are still on the chopper. Show me the cash, quick, and we'll...
What the?
Oh! Look at that mask, too. Alright, so it's a hit.
The part has been crashed. Shepard is dead.
What? By who? What's going on down there?
Miller, this isn't the Jinn. Repeat, it's not the Jinn.
It's Augs. In case that wasn't apparent at this point.
The weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up on
Greedy. Make it a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative. Negative. We're under heavy fire down here. We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen.
I got it.
This is bad.
Okay.
They're closing in. We're gonna lose Singh.
Can I
Jensen,
do this?
I can't reach him.
There you go. Immediate takedown. Apparently it's non-lethal.
Jensen, this sandstorm might have just bought us some time, but you
What?
need to disable that chopper.
Copy that.
Oh shit, there was a guy. There we go, got him. How do you stop the chopper from escaping exactly? I have no clue. I think you just have to destroy it. Oh, or you could do this. Disable.
Miller, chopper's been grounded. Repeat.
Jensen!
Apparently it's way easier than I thought
You're
it
welcome.
was. You just need to touch the battery.
Shit.
I like how 2 or 3 guys saw me, but the sandstorm just made them completely ignore me too. Seraph! Yeah, so he did detonate Panchea.
From molecular-sized computers.
Human-controlled evolution available to all.
We will merge with machines, with
When
computers.
this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you. No, stop! And planned. Scenes of horror on the streets of Detroit.
Kind of madness has gripped mechanically augmented people.
Shanghai, Los Angeles, Ankara, Dubai.
People are dying out there. Millions of people.
The search for survivors in Panchea has been downgraded to...
Yeah, so he didn't die like
The Czech
Eliza
Republic
led him to
is a growing
believe he
list of
would if he
countries
blew it
calling
up.
for the relocation of its augmented citizens.
It's a new world, Adam. It's afraid of people like us.
Bust into safe and secure segregation. Seraph Industries closed its doors.
I didn't think it would end with the Ogden
Ah, Seraph is closed. Seraph was fucked no matter what, I guess.
This is retribution for a tragedy we cannot control.
They control the news. They buried the truth. location. Multiple detonations. Looks like car bombs.
Yeah, so trying to do stuff in Seraph's interest actually is not canon. It didn't work out at all.
Anti-terrorist intelligence and response team will have Task Force 29.
Agent Jensen.
I won't let it happen again.
Deus Ex. Mankind divided. So I guess they found him floating. So he didn't die. It was supposed to be like a horrible death for him at the cost of everyone else. But apparently that wasn't the case.
What have the events in Dubai cost us?
They knew the risks.
How many assets did we lose?
All of them. This sandstorm didn't help.
I wonder if I saved Singh,
actually. Was a success.
Clearly, your scale
Probably
of
got lit up.
success is a generous one. However, the erratic nature of the attack could work to our advantage. Interpol will be confused for weeks, and with our continued guidance, the people will come round eventually. We are all in this for the long game, after all.
That's never changed.
You think so? Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course? The Og incident has caused a schism in society. Things are worse than we projected, and growing more unstable every day. This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. But let me fly to New York and I will personally evaluate the situation. We may already have the votes we need to ensure that the Human Restoration Act passes.
Very well. Stanton, you accompany. We may need to exert financial as well as political pressure to silence anyone opposed. Proceed. Elizabeth, I'll contact you later.
It won't succeed, Lucius, even with Dowd's money. You know what Rand will find in New York? Weak, ineffectual men. And with Nathaniel Brown still an unknown factor.
Of course. That is why we're proceeding with our alternate strategy. You have claimed much in the past, Paige. This is your chance to deliver.
Everything is in place. We can initiate whenever you wish.
How secure your communications, Bob? Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut Collective...
Janus won't be an issue. I've made arrangements. I laid the foundations. Now it is time to get everyone's attention. Paige, activate the sleep cell.
This is interesting because we actually get to learn about them. Oh, no one's in the room.